Yeah. All right, thanks again for tuning in to the Groamy Show right here on ZTO TV. Thank you, Trevor.
Yep.
Good to see you again.
Good to be back.
Been good since last time we talked.
Doing great.
All right.
Doing good.
All right, thanks. Like I said, thanks for tuning in. And this time out, we're coming up on Free Comic Book Day, which is May 3rd, and it's a big event. Local store here in town, Alter Ego Comics on Main Street. They've been open for close to a decade, and they get, they get a crap load of people. And we're going to be talking to Mark from Alter Ego Comics here in a second, as soon as we go to a break. And once again, thanks for tuning in to the Groamy Show, and we'll be right back.
Zombie Takeover TV.
There you go. I'm Justin. You're watching Zombie Takeover TV.
My name is Mallory, and you're watching Zombie Takeover TV.
Okay, go ahead.
My name is Jenna, and you're watching Zombie Takeover TV.
I'm Heather, and you're watching Zombie Takeover TV.
My name is Noah Haley, and I'm here for Zombie Takeover TV.
Alright, go ahead.
Hey, I'm Judas Thomas, and we're watching Zombie Takeover TV. My name is Chelsea, and we're watching Zombie Takeover TV.
Hey, my name is Daniel Young, owner and runner of Young's Martial Arts Academy. I'm here at Zombie Takeover TV, man, just rocking it.
Hey, my name is Ken Newman. You're watching Zombie Takeover TV.
You are watching Zombie Takeover TV. Join the Horde. Join the Horde.
All right, thanks again, Trevor.
Yep.
All right, you're watching the Groamy Show right here on ZTO TV. And like I said, coming up May 3rd, Free Comic Book Day. It's coming up, and it's a big event in downtown Lima. And we got Mark from Alter Ego Comics, the owner. How you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
Hanging in there. Glad to have you here. Appreciate you coming in, by the way.
Thanks.
Yeah,
Thanks for having me.
You know, I'm only here to help.
Yeah,
right.
I know. You've been very helpful over the years.
And always only here to help. But Free Comic Book Day. So, tell us, for those that are, for the uneducated, you basically just give away free comic books. Just everything. Just boom, bam, right?
No. Actually, the first year, every year, people think that like everything in the store is free. So they just like start taking things off the shelves. And here's a $50 comic. Is this free? But basically, the event started, the inspiration was Baskin-Robbins Free Scoop Day. So there's a comic store owner in California who noticed that there was a Baskin-Robbins in the same plaza that he was in, and he noticed they had this huge line on Free Scoop Day.
Right.
I thought, why can't the comic industry do something
like
this? And he got all the players involved, and 12 years ago they had the very first Free Comic Book Day. And about 2,000 stores participate across the U.S. and really around the world. We're the only store in Lima that's going to be participating. We're the only store in Lima.
Right.
Right. And this will be our 9th Free Comic Book Day this year. And there are it has grown more and more every year. So this year we're going to be giving away 30 different titles. It's a limit of 4 per person. So if you come in as a family of 4, you're walking out with 16 free books. And they can, it's 16 different free books. Pass them around amongst the kids and the adults. And there's something really for everybody.
Right.
All kinds of stuff.
Right. And you brought some with you.
We did. I got them early. They get them to us.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. But you can't get them until May 3rd.
Yes. So not available until May 3rd. And I mean, they do that. We got 1,000 pounds of comics, and I had less than
1,000 pounds.
Less than 24 hours to make sure that we got everything we were supposed to get. So we had to hand count over 6,000 comics. that came in within 24 hours. So,
Wow.
we've got everything from there's a publisher called Boom Studios, and they have the rights to do some of the shows from Cartoon Network, like Adventure Time and what's that other one? The Regular Show. They've got the Peanuts license. They've got the Garfield license. Really great all ages book. Rocket Raccoon is one we're going to be giving away. Rocket Raccoon is one of the Guardians of the Galaxy, and they've got a big movie coming up in August. It's a Marvel Comics character. There's also going to be a Guardians of the Galaxy comic, which is awesome.
And that one, you said they're making a movie out of this?
Rocket Raccoon is one of the members of Guardians of the Galaxy. It's done. It's made. It comes out in August.
And it's one of theaters? Or?
Yeah.
Wow. So that's
so you've got a talking raccoon that shoots guns, voiced by Bradley Cooper.
Okay. Now, in the case of something like this, I mean, that could almost make it a collector's item of sorts.
Some of the free comic books have become collector's items.
Wow.
First appearances of the stuff is all supposed to be original content, so you know no one's going to pick up a book and see something that they've already read in a previous comic.
Right.
So in that regard, yeah, there could be something that shows up in one of these.
Wow. That's cool. And then Simpsons.
Familiar stuff. We got Simpsons. We got Teen Titans Go. Really, one of the ones that I'm interested to check out, and haven't had a chance yet, Hip Hop Family Tree. So we're kind of
hang on to that one. Yeah, you hide that one.
we're going out of the norm.
He'll never know that one's missing.
Hip Hop Family Tree. This is kind of up your alley. You know, you're in the music business.
Yo, you know it, dog.
But it's the history of hip hop music in comic book form, and it's tongue in cheek too, because you've got some Marvel characters that kind of make their special illegal guest appearances in there.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. And then Stan Lee.
Stan Lee's in there too.
The man himself, the man, the myth, the legend.
We got stuff for grown-ups. We've got let's see. Oh, well, comics are
how grown up?
Not cherry Pop-Tart type stuff, but comics are for everybody, and that's one of the biggest stumbling blocks I think for the industry is people either think they're only for kids or they're only for adults, and they're for everybody. Comics are just like movies and TV shows and novels. They're different genres, they're different ratings. There's all ages comics, but then there are rated comics as well. Something like The Walking Dead is much more adult in comic form than it is on the TV show, actually. So we got this book called V-Wars that looks very cool. It's kind of vampires versus non-vampires, humans. That looks very cool. We got Fubar. You haven't a chance to check that one out. Yeah, all kinds of stuff. I mean, really, people that have been to the event before, they know that they're going to find, stuff for everybody.
Right. And I did notice at the top of the hip hop one, it does say mature readers even.
It does, and that's my staff's job to make sure that we get the right books into the right hands. Right. So if you don't end up with a 5-year-old walking out with, Fubar.
And then there's Spider-Man on the cover of this one. Atomic Robo.
Atomic Robo is awesome. It's kind of like Hellboy, kind of sort of, but it's a robot that has fought in World War II, and he's still around in the present day, and he wears a suit. It's crazy.
Raising a Reader. You mean an educational sort of comic book?
Yeah. So educators and parents may be interested in that one.
Reading is fundamental, kids.
Is Riff still around?
I don't know.
We're showing our age. We're showing how old we are.
Yeah, but that's fine. It might be because every time I say reading is fundamental to people, they all kind of chuckle about it.
Yeah.
Teen Titans Go. Far from that one looks cool.
Courtney Crummer, very cool. It's kind of a goth teenage girl book.
Yeah.
G.I. Joe versus Transformers.
Right. And you and I have talked over the years, and I'm just not as into comic books as much as I used to be, and I think maybe there's too many big words in there for me, but but yeah, there seems to be stuff. God, that's awesome, and I know you guys. Man, I see pictures on the Facebook of previous years, and they line up down the street. Don't they?
Well, and that's the thing. It's a huge, similar to Record Store Day. Right. It's a huge party. I mean, it's a celebration of comics, whereas Record Store Day, it's a celebration of the independent record store and celebration of music. So in addition to the free comics, we've got a huge sale that we do every year.
Right.
We always do something special. We've got characters in costume. We're going to have Captain America this year. We're going to have Spider-Man. We're going to have Superman. And, the kids love to get their pictures taken. Adults do.
Right.
The characters. We have the characters walking up and down Main Street, stopping traffic.
Yeah.
They went to get change for us last year at the bank because we ran out. Superman and Batman went to get change for us. What else do we have going on?
That's great.
We've got a lot of our downtown businesses participating too. So right next door to us, we've got a new business called Beauty by Jill. It's a beauty salon. They're going to be doing face painting there. We've got free scoops of Superman ice cream up at the Fat Cat Diner, just right up the street from us. The Met's going to be doing dollar hot dogs, and they're going to have some other specials. Knitz's is getting involved. So it's an opportunity to bring the whole family downtown, get some comics, hang out, have fun.
All day.
Explore downtown.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we always want to explore downtown. Yeah, yeah.
I wish you were still down.
I
know you don't wish you were still
I
down.
know. I personally loved it when I was downtown, but it's hard to get people downtown because I think I was the only thing down there. And now, yeah, I still say you guys waited till after I left. They waited till after.
There was a conspiracy.
The troublemaker. The troublemaker leaving out of downtown.
There were meetings. It was like wait until Groamy leaves, and then we're all going to open businesses.
There was that first. I think it was that first spring I was downtown when a gentleman thought he could fly and off the building.
I remember that
building, yeah, and so apparently.
I don't think that had anything to do with you, though.
Okay, good, thank you, because I worry about that. It's like, did he jump? No. And this is also this is May 3rd.
Saturday, May 3rd. It's always the first Saturday in May. And
Right.
the best way for people to remember, again, just first Saturday in May. It's always going to be free comic book day until they pull the plug on it.
Right,
So.
and you guys have drawings and
We're doing some the one thing I didn't mention, we're doing a St. Jude benefit auction. We're working with 92 on the Frog. We're going to have Star Wars statues that we're giving away as part of the auction. We've got autographed comics. We've got a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle book signed by Kevin Eastman, who's one of the creators of the Turtles. We've got all kinds of stuff, ticket packages. The station's coming up with stuff. We're coming up with stuff. And all the money's going to St. Jude Children's Hospital.
That's great. See, we like those benefits.
Yes,
we like those benefits. And we're going to have a Groamy benefit son? No, I'm kidding.
If it needs to happen, I think it'll happen.
Yeah. But yeah, and then so you and then it's awesome that you've got all the business downtown taking. So you're kind of like basically the comic book nerds take over downtown Lima that day.
Well, I won't take offense to that. I'll try not to take offense to that.
Oh, the nerd part?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm a music nerd, dude. I mean, that's why it always kills me. People, they're offended by the word nerd. Embrace that stuff, It's like, yeah. Because then, comic book nerds.
Nerds have taken over the world.
Yeah. That's why you gotta try and kind of keep them. But signed copy of Lazarus. That's is that the?
That's a different comic. That's from Image Comics,
Right.
and we got a signed copy of that from the publisher. The publishers are sending us stuff. We've got individual creators giving us stuff. We're pulling stuff out of our bag of tricks, our back room. Very cool Darth Vader statue that we're giving away. It's valued at over $300.
Right.
And we'll just be selling raffle tickets for $1 a piece, 6 for $5, with all the money again going to St. Jude's. And it's one of those auctions where you put the ticket in the box in front of the item that you want to win. So we'll have all the items out on display, and people pick the one that they want to win. That's where they put their tickets.
Right, and just a real quick history of your store. You've been open. You're coming up on 10 year next year. 10
years next summer.
Yeah. So next summer, you watch Alter Ego's going to be taking the entire downtown for a 10th anniversary.
Shutting down Main Street.
Yeah, they're going to, Stan Lee's going to come in.
He'll be like 94 next year.
Wow.
He's old. But he's still doing shows. The guy's still out there. He's still doing cameos and all
By
the
the way,
movies.
he's not coming in.
No, Stanley, no.
Well, yeah.
I do have something. I can't reveal it for this year yet because it's not set in stone, but we may have something cool. I will say that this summer is the 75th anniversary of Batman, and that's the only hint that you will get.
Right.
But again, it's not set in stone. But once it is, I will be shouting from the mountains that we've got this cool thing going on.
I can hear your brain spinning and the gears turning, from all the way over here. Yeah. Okay. All right. Cool. And then so you've been open 10 years. Free comic book, almost 10. Free comic book day has been going on for 12 years. And you're over on what's the address? 230
North Main.
North Main Street.
We're in the block where there isn't much of anything. We need some more stuff on that block.
Right.
But we've got, we're about a half block south of the courthouse on the other side of the street. You won't be able to miss it. And you mentioned it earlier about people lining up. We had over 1,300 people show up last year for free comic book day. And it's the first year that we counted. We always kind of guessed based on the number of comics that we ordered and gave away.
Right.
And last year I had a guy at the door with a clicker, and he stopped at 1,300 at about 2 or 3 in the afternoon. I was like, we don't need to count anymore.
Wow. You guys, you're not doing a band outside this year?
We're not this year. Part of it is a space thing. This is going to sound egotistical. I own the building that we're in.
Right.
And it has a rental space in addition to the space where my where Alter Ego is.
Right.
And last year,
At 230.
Last year, 230 North Main Street. Last year, that space was empty.
Yeah.
So we used that as part of the festivities for Free Comic Book Day. This year, I have a tenant. So I've lost
Good
that.
for you, in that case.
I'm sorry. Yes, I'm
Good for you.
glad.
Yes,
And it's a great new business,
Right.
Beauty by Jill. We'll give her another plug if you need
Right.
you get your hair done or massage, pedicure, manicure, any of that stuff. Anyway, so we lost the space, and now we're moving the stuff that we had in that area out in front of the store, and that's where we had the band last year.
Oh.
So. But we're also doing a remote with 92.1, so they're going to be out there with whatever it is that they do. And
So in the past, you've had bands, you've had,
Radio Pilots were out there, and
Yeah.
the Band of Elders, those guys.
Van Velds play. Didn't the Junkies play one
We
time?
had Sunset Junkies 2 years
Right,
ago.
right,
Yeah.
yep.
And the great thing about it, those guys are comic fans.
Yeah.
At least some of them.
Oh, yeah.
Joe,
Oh,
the
yeah.
bass player, and,
Yep.
and Sunset Junkie, and Keith is too, the drummer. He's a
Yep.
big comic fan. And Eli from the Radio Pilots is a big comic fan. So
Oh.
that's kind of the connection there is we say, hey,
Sure.
you're a comic fan. Why don't you
Yeah.
come out and bring your band and
Yep.
entertain the crowd for a little bit.
Right, and that's awesome. Okay, all right. Well, thanks for coming in. I appreciate it.
Thanks for helping to promote it.
Man,
You're always great about putting up the posters and getting the word out. And
I do what I can. I just wish I could do more, But when I'm in the store, well, it is owning your own business.
I hear you.
When you're in the store 75 hours a week or whatever. But we're gonna wrap this up after we go away this break. Like I said, I want to thank Mark from your Alter Ego Comics for coming in. Don't forget Free Record Store Day, May 3rd, and
it's free comic
Free
book day.
comic book day, Groamy.
what did I say?
You said free record store day.
It's a subliminal message. It's a not so subliminal message.
Actually, and Free Record Store. But anyway, thank you for correcting me. Thank you for correcting me. Free Comic Book Day, May 3rd, and let's play a little something. Thanks for coming back. You're watching the Groamy Show right here on ZTO TV. Thank you, Trevor. And I'm going to give a shout out to Mark from Alter Ego Comics for coming in, visiting with us, letting us know exactly what's all. Man, 1,300 people.
Can you imagine that?
For Free Comic Book Day. That's awesome. That's awesome. And he's doing a lot of great work with the other businesses downtown. This is involved, the Met. They got radio station coming in doing live remote, plus free comic books. Not all of them. And I want to thank him again for coming in. Free Comic Book Day, May 3rd at Alter Ego Comics and at all comic book stores, all around the country. Or I'm sure there's Free Comic Book Day website you can go and check, see if the comic book stores in your neck of the woods are participating. But if you're in the area, May 3rd, Free Comic Book Day at Alter Ego Comics. Thanks again, Mark, for coming in. And you've been watching The Groamy Show. And, check us out later when we have more crap to talk about. Trevor gets to play some pretty songs. I'm only here to help. Why don't you sing us a pretty song this time? All right.
Folks are born, make the way to fly. Ooh, the red, white, and blue. When the band plays, hail to the chief. Upon that cannon riding you. watching it.